Well, my name is Tana, and I'm from Montana originally, and I moved to Boston about 9 years ago, and I've been in and out of the salsa scene ever since.
I am Frank Ceballos. Yo nací en Lima, Perú. I have many years here in the United States, almost 20 years, probably about 4 years in Boston. I randomly went to see salsa first in Rhode Island. Then when I moved to Boston, I went into a couple of clubs. I kind of enjoyed it. I saw Masacote performing. I grabbed a flyer, and I decided to try it out. It was my the first place that I took instructions. And at that time, I had no idea of what really salsa was.
Well, what got me into salsa was my studies in Canada, actually. I was living in Edmonton, Alberta, and I was at a ballroom dancing class, and I met a man there, and he said, you know, I think you'd really enjoy salsa. Why don't you come out with me to salsa one night? And so I did. And it was actually Rueda, and I loved it. And that's how I started. And the man who taught me was a Nigerian man who studied in Cuba and lived in Edmonton, Alberta, in Canada. And I was with him for about a year and fell in love with the dance. When I came here, I was able to get in with the MIT Rueda team. And I heard about the legend of Ana when I first came here. And I thought, who is this Ana woman? My goodness. And then I found out that she was this great dancer and saw her online and wondered, well, does this woman give any classes? And eventually, Masacote started giving classes, and I was taking on two somewhere else. And as soon as I found out that Masacote was giving classes, I decided to sign up. And I've been here ever since. What keeps me coming back to Masacote is not only the wonderful dance instruction that we get from Ana and Joelle, but also the wonderful community that I've found here. I find it's a place that I feel very welcome, a place that lets me be myself, a place that allows me to express dance, which is an art form that I've loved forever, and a place that I feel like I'm at home.
I cannot really compare it because I haven't go into different organizations and different groups exactly to learn dancing. But I just love this place. That's what I can say.
I think what makes Masacote unique for me is, again, the great instruction. I've never been able to dance with people who could feel how I was dancing and could automatically know what I was doing wrong, which sometimes can be a lot, especially if you've been dancing in clubs for a long time without a whole lot of instruction. So even though I danced for quite a bit, it was nice to be able to come here and clean it up, of which I'm still cleaning. So, but also I love the performance class aspect of it. I think it's great to be able to learn a routine and a choreography and become part of another community and then show your pride when you're on the dance floor, whether that be in a social situation or whether that be with a group of other people who are like-minded and are out dancing for themselves and for the fun of it. And of course, finally, the community as well. What makes Masacote really different is the individual attention that we get. I mean, the classes aren't 50 or 60 people. They're smaller classes. You get a lot of attention. And you also get to dance with the instructors during the class, which I think is phenomenal. You don't always get that at some of the other bigger salsa organizations that I've been involved with.
I don't know. Let me think. Well, this is where I met Tana, which this is where we got to know each other and we got engaged.
So Masacote really has impacted our lives
Definitely.
on a big scale. And it's something that we share, which is great. So we met dancing. I mean, how can you not love meeting someone through a hobby?
Exactly. Yeah.
I would say for everyone who's interested or wanting to come and just even try out the classes, don't be too hard on yourself. Really, the #1 reason you're here is to dance and feel good. So comparing yourself isn't going to do you any good. But listening to what Ana and Joelle tell you, that will do you good. So keep that in mind.
Everything is a matter of practice, patience. Just keep trying. Get to enjoy the community. It's very important. I think we have such a great group here, and as I mentioned before, we can become a family, and it goes beyond dancing.